Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to today's Billion Divas show. I have with me another diva, a member of Billion Divas, Ms. Divya Momaya, who is the founder of Mentor My Board. Welcome, Divya, to the Billion Divas show. And
thank you.
Thank you so much for accepting our invite and joining us. Delighted to have you here. Great. So before we start, let me give a brief introduction about Ms. Divya Momaya. So Divya is the founder of Mentor My Board Advisory Private Limited, an initiative to train and groom independent directors, women directors, executive directors, and making directors board ready. She's also an active member of JITO, BNI, IOD, IMC, TVIA, and also a regular faculty at the Marshall Center for Entrepreneurship Development, MCED. Wow, impressive profile, I must say. Great. So, Divya, my objective to get you, on the Billion Diva show was to talk about something very interesting that you have been doing over several years, especially via Mentor My Board. And one of the key areas that I saw you focus on women on board, right? So can you probably highlight some of the key areas of how Mentor My Board is creating an impact in the SME ecosystem?
Okay. So first of all, thank you, Bhavesh Bhai. Thank you, Millennium Divas, for offering this platform, to come and speak about my favorite subject, that's the boardrooms. And let me tell you, I have been a hardcore company secretary by profession with 16 years of industry experience. Recently, I have also been appointed as independent director on the board of Motilal Oswal Aryan Superstructures. So I have been very closely working with boards. And during my 16 years of journey, one thing I realized was, as professionals, company secretaries, chartered accountants, or even advocates and the management consultants, we know a lot of things about the boards. We know a lot of things about the governance, the finance aspect of the boards, the top decision making, how it happens, what are the challenges that comes in leadership at the top level of any organization, and how do they grow. So that's where one thing which I realized was, the SME and MSME sector, especially, really lack these kind of insights. And I'll tell you the statistics. In 2017, almost 3 lakh directors were disqualified by Ministry of Corporate Affairs just for not filing 3 years financials. And filing a financial return with Registrar of Companies is a mandatory requirement which every company has to follow. And just imagine if the directors don't have even that awareness. That's where, since 2017, I was working on this concept and how really we can add value to the directors. Because as a professional, आपको knowledge है, but ultimate directors who are responsible for everything really are not aware of lot of compliances under the law. They are not aware lot of provisions under the law, and how they can create really safety nets around themselves to protect themselves while performing their duties as directors. So wo ground level knowledge sharing was not there, and that's where I conceptualized. I actually first got myself trained as director from the IOD, and I am a certified IOD director myself. And then I formed a company with my co-founder Neha, and we have been working on creating a complete ecosystem for the directors, because ultimately if they want to grow, that's where ultimately every director or every promoter seeks. Every promoter wants to grow, and that's where we are creating an ecosystem wherein they are able to get lot of hand-holding, mentoring at the right time for their boards as collectively, because again, boardroom is a collective responsibility. You can't say that it's only a director, but it's a collective responsibility of a board. So again, grooming the boards is what we have been working on.
That's fantastic. Very, very important, and especially when it comes to stringent compliances and stringent laws that are currently in force. I think it becomes very important, especially for SMEs, and not only SMEs, but I think even micro enterprises, startups, larger corporations, to have a very dynamic board which actually guides an organization as well, right? So my next question actually comes to you is, there is something called as independent directors, right? That are already always there on a lot of boards, especially mid-sized and larger organizations. How can an independent director play a crucial role in an organization's growth?
Okay. So, you all might be knowing there was a matter, or there was a case, fraudulent case, which happened that actually shook the entire corporate in India. That is Satyam, which happened in 2009, and that's where importance of governance came into more limelight, because it was one of the major failures. Wherein independent directors were there on the boards of Satyam. The governance has been in Indian corporate history for a long time, but the importance of independent directors really started taking up from that time, as to what is really the role of independent directors, and are they really required. So over a period of like next 10 years, 11 years, the governance has evolved, the a lot of regulations have come up into place, and that's where role of independent director is continuously evolving. So the role has been not only to act as a watchdog, which government wants you to play a role, but also handhold, but also the support the directors, promoters, who usually look for the outside in perspective, because every promoter is working in their businesses, and they really need sometimes a person who's coming or at the top level, who's able to give them the perspective which is not involved into the business but has a very different view altogether. So that outside in perspective is what independent directors have been playing very, very importantly. Again, when we see the reality in Indian boardrooms, I'll say there have been lot of studies, there have been lot of news articles which have been coming up that independent directors are resigning, because again there has been lack of trust, lack of transparency. These challenges which are there in the boardrooms. So I think it's time that we nurture the directors to be more capable, to be more contributing to the boards, and therefore the overall upbringing, overall upskilling of the directors is very, very important. Whether it is independent director, whether it is women director, for that matter, we also have been working very closely with promoter directors, because unless you change the mindset of the promoter directors towards the compliance, howsoever independent directors you take on board, it's going to be only for the namesake. So promoter directors also should be made aware that the person who comes on board as independent director brings lot of connections, brings lot of value, brings lot of perspectives to your businesses, and is ready to contribute. So I think that change in mindset is very, very important. So अगर आपने किसी को on board लिया है independent director, don't just keep them for the namesake. Use their capabilities, use their knowledge and their skill sets for your business growth. So that's what ultimately in mindset has to change.
Right. So I think very pertinent, and especially the topic today that we are also discussing on this show is how do you change the mindset of corporate boardrooms. I think with India being a global player, and we being one of the fastest growing economies, it is also very important to comply to a lot of policies and processes that the government or the governance normally that sets in. And very, very crucial aspect that I personally also believe that it is also important to train directors as well, right? So what does Mentor My Board normally do in bringing that as a solution or as an offering? How do you do that?
Okay. So let me tell you, Mentor My Board, initially when we started working, we have done a lot of boardroom mastery programs. So boardroom mastery program is 1 day physical program and 2 days online program, wherein we have different aspects of the boardrooms which every mentor comes and shares. So we have some wonderful eminent personalities who already have been serving on the boards as independent directors, as leaders of corporate India. They come on board and they help participants to get the right concepts for the boardrooms very, very clear. So the boardroom mastery is one aspect through which we make sure that promoters and the directors are really made aware of their roles, responsibilities towards the boardrooms. At the same time, how do you protect yourself in the as a director by creating a safety net around yourself and again complying with the law? And apart from that, we also help directors by bringing them together on the community. So that's a community, or you can say it's a platform wherein directors, mentors, and the corporates, all three come together, and they not only network, they upgrade their skills. At the same time, they use various tools which are available on the platform. So you, as a director, get a holistic, facilities for you to perform your role better as a director. You're on mute, Bhavesh bhai.
Is it like a certification program that you provide? How is it? I mean, is it a validity? Does it have any validity for, let's say, X years, and then you have to renew it? How does it work?
Okay. So see, it's there is no validity as such, and again, these certification courses. Yes, it is a certification course, and you get certified as board ready and board informed. That means you know what the boardrooms mean, you know how the boards function, and you know how are you going to contribute. So it's the awareness, and you get certified as a board ready director. Now, after you get certification, there is no need to revive. But again, when we say if it's independent director who really wants to go and act as independent director on a board, any professional, any human being can act as independent director. For that, there is a separate examination which government has introduced. That's Ministry of Corporate Affairs, which is called the Independent Directors Proficiency Test, which every person who's looking forward for a board position as independent director must qualify before they enroll. So that's a mandatory examination. And we also help directors to be prepared for that examination. So it's for the proficiency test.
Are there any specific criteria in terms of maybe an education qualification or an experience qualification, that you need to have?
Okay. So I always tell, one thing, that if you are a chartered accountant, you might be from a CA institute. If you are a company secretary, you might be from ICSI. If you are a management student, you might be from best of the best IIMs. Or if you are an engineer, you might be from best of the best IITs. But if you are a director, then what? There is no formal education till now, very recently, for the directors. Recently, government has came out with the independent directors examination. But again, to become a director in a private limited company, there is no formal education required. And I'm sure you all might have heard that even in some of the best listed, companies which are companies listed, there were some people, of very, very different, you can say, profession who were appointed as independent directors, which usually you don't. So you don't really need any formal education as such for being a director. But for being effective director, you surely need to upgrade yourself. And that's where we are bringing a community of trained, efficient directors who will be able to take the journey ahead. I mean, I'll tell you a simple example. I mean, we all have been observing a lot of frauds which are happening in Indian, corporate world over the years. And recently also we have seen a lot of fiascos happening, whether it is, Kingfisher, whether it is Nirav Modi's company, whether it is the PMC Bank, or whether it is, n number of frauds which we keep listening. And that's where I always recollect one Chinese proverb which says the fish rots at its head. That means any organization, whether it succeeds or crumbles, it purely depends on the top of the organization. And the top is, in the corporate world, is a board. So if the board is not nurtured properly, if the board is not groomed properly, and again, nurturing or grooming doesn't mean that ek baar aapne course kar liya, it's done. It's a continuous improvement. I mean, you need to keep your values intact. I mean, I have seen best of the best, even, these companies. I mean, if I tell you, Probably what I know about Vijay Mallya, we all know that, Kingfisher and all. But, that probably was a business decision which went wrong. And I still remember one thing which I had read in the newspaper, that Vijay Mallya was a person who brought valuables of Gandhiji to India for a huge amount which he had spent for that. So probably it was not, always the wrong on the part of a director, but there might some business decisions which failed, or the persons, changing their mindset. So it's a continuous improvement that you need to be continuously on your, upgradation process. And that's where we help directors to groom upon, or, if you are part of the community of directors who are like-minded, who are all upgrading, upskilling themselves. And we are again living in a VUCA world. Every day the technology is, it's a disruptive technology. And if you as a leader, board leader, if you don't upgrade yourself, I'm sure, the organizations will not be able to see that future, because directors are the people, who really see the future even before somebody else sees. So you have to keep continuously sharpening your leadership skills.
So if I have to understand clearly, you're talking about those directors are more of mentors which actually guide the entire organization in decision making primarily. I think that is what is important also, as you rightly said, to make sure we are upgraded, we are abreast of what's happening in the industry, and we can give a direction to the organization as a whole as well, right? Because I'm sure as in leadership, people look up to you, people look at you from a promising learning perspective as well. Okay. As a woman entrepreneur, I've seen you doing a lot of amazing work, and especially, we have been able to do some lot of collaboration also. And how has been your journey in promoting women on board been so far?
Okay. So again, yes, women, being a woman, I understand women, have different challenges altogether. And let me tell you, we have a wonderful community of women directors or aspiring directors, women directors, leaders, of around 150 odd women, there as a community, who all are leaders in there. I mean, either they are professionals, either they are entrepreneurs, or they are working on boards and already serving on boards as women leaders. So my contribution, if I say, is purely to upskill and upgrade them. Again, as I always say that, and for that we have various modules which we run for them. We do coffee meets for the women directors. At the same time, we're creating a trained pool of women leaders, and we are also approaching the government authorities also to identify the right positions for women leaders to act as directors. Currently, under the company law, women appointing a women director is a mandatory thing. Till 2013, when the appointment of women directors was not mandatory, hardly, I think, around 7% of Indian boardrooms had women as the directors on board. And after 2013, the ratio has gone high. But again, that's because of mandatory requirement. So it's really need a change in the mindset, which the boards should have towards better gender diversity into the boardrooms. And again, when I see the boards, women is definitely one part of it, but diversity in terms of the skill set, diversity in terms of the experience, diversity in terms of even age, and to some extent diversity in terms of even countries. From different countries you can have the directors. So that still is again a very, very far scenario which still is not there currently in Indian boards. So there is a huge way or huge efforts to be done on this part. There are a lot of people, a lot of institutions already doing it. But again, when I even speak to some people, and they say we really need many more Divyas to take it ahead, this kind of awareness wherein women can really play a very, very important role in the boardrooms.
Fantastic. And I think whoever has said that has rightly said, we need many more Divyas to create many more Divyas on the boards, and especially, we also firmly believe that women have been playing a very crucial role in the past, in the present, and they will always play a very crucial role. One of the surveys that, in fact, we did was, while talking to a lot of women entrepreneurs, we figured out that the efficiency that a woman entrepreneur or a woman on board brings, the rationality I think she brings is far more valuable and also helpful for an organization to grow, because when we are talking about gender diversity, when we are talking about the government taking a step, to some extent, I think the numbers have significantly increased. But I think as communities, as organizations, we need to keep doing our bit
Absolutely.
in increasing the numbers. So I think congratulations, to you and Mentor My Board for picking up a mandate and taking up this challenge to make sure that together we grow in not only in numbers but also in adding value to the society at large. I think I always cite this example of look at any country which is led by a woman leader. There is far more harmony. No offenses, my fellow men from the community as well. My last question to you, Divya, is before we go on this next space. Mentor My Board has been on a mission to educate on the critical role of board directors via several initiatives. Can you give us some insights about it?
Okay. So, the basic and most important initiative, I think, what I have been able to bring a difference or bring something innovative to the boardrooms is creating a platform. So we have created a complete virtual community of directors, mentors, and corporates. As I earlier mentioned, we already have close to 160, 170 directors
Wow.
on the platform, and close to 30-35 mentors on the platform. And that's where the community is going to be interacting with each other, networking with each other, at the same time learning together for the various board positions. And again, it's not that, I mean, somebody may be good in HR, somebody may be good in finance, but somebody may be missing on the soft skill aspect of it, or somebody may be not good in finance or not able to understand the financials. Even I have observed some directors who are there on boards of companies, but they're not sure, okay, how do I handle the audit committees, how do I handle the risk management committee. If I'm a director and tomorrow there is going to be the board meeting wherein the audits are going to be taken up, what are the things I should to be looking up, n number of challenges which a director faces. So these examinations, what we talk about, or the certification programs, what we talk about is the entry to a profession. So again, when we see independent director or women director, even promoters, when they form a company, that's the entry to a profession of being a director, whether it's any role you take it up. But
Correct.
during that role, how are you evolving, how are you performing, is where we have been working on. So strengthening more and more promoter directors. So we conduct a lot of boardroom talk series, which are absolutely free to everyone to view. It's a live series which every Friday, last I think 6 months we have been doing, and we invite eminent personalities from the boardroom who come and share their vast experience, vast learnings as to how they went through a certain challenge, how they overcame it, and what was the learning they want to share with the next generation. So these boardroom talk series are really helping people a lot. We have been, every 3 months we have a mastery program wherein directors can get certified as the board informed and board ready. So next certification program is happening in the month of March. Apart from that, we have round tables. So every month, members who are part of the community or who want to join, they can join the directors round table. So in these round tables, as promoter directors or any director for that matter, if they're finding any difficulties in their challenges, what we do is every month the mentor comes, and we have very, very structured process wherein people can ask the mentors the questions, and mentors are like best from the industry. So for example, on 30th of January, we have Mr. R. Gopal Krishnan, who has around 5 decades of experience into the corporate boards. He has served on the companies like Hindustan Unilever, Tata Sons boards for 17 years. Again, in the next month, we will be having Meeta Dikshit coming up, who has vast experience in family managed boards. So these people come and share their knowledge onto those practical challenges which the directors are facing. So it gives a platform for the directors to come up, ask questions and get solutions. So it's kind of that come with a question and go with the answer. That kind of concept we are working on.
Fantastic.
And again, after that, for women directors, we have started coffee meets, which happens almost once in 2 months, and wherein women come and network on. We invite women leaders who have already been guiding and serving on boards to share their learnings and knowledge with other women. So the topics like communication, topics like branding, self-branding, topics like assertiveness in the boardrooms, topic like for that matter, bringing best of you in the boardroom, how you ask right questions, and number of things. Those kind of interactions do happen in the coffee meets. And let me tell you, coffee meets, a lot of people had started asking us that why coffee meets only for women. So this time we have opened the coffee meets for everyone, and I'm sure we will have a very, very healthy gender balanced discussion over the coffee. So it's currently virtually. We are not meeting physically because of the pandemic conditions, but very soon we may go for the coffee meets physically as well.
Fantastic. So how do let's say if people have to reach out to you or Mentor My Board, what do they need to do? Do they need to register on the platform that you spoke about? How do they gain benefit of that platform? Because I think with the world going virtual, it is easier to engage over a common platform and share ideas, right? So
absolutely,
how do you go about that?
Okay. So we have the basic membership plan for the directors to come on board, and they again, there are n number of benefits which are there, which a person gets, as a director when he comes on board as a member on the platform. The community of mentors is available for him to get mentored on. A lot of courses are there on the platform. So the person who comes on the platform, so Mentor My Board, www.mentormyboard.com is our website where a lot of information is already available, and person who logs in to the platform gets access to the entire ecosystem what we have been building for the directors. A lot of tools we have built in. Even a lot of mentors have been wonderful authors. For example, R. Gopal Krishnan, he has authored more than 20 books. So we are even bringing those collection of leadership books who the leaders, the mentors have written on the platform, and n number of tools which are going to be available. When you are a part of a boards, you need financial ratio analysis tools, you need evaluation tools, you need even the time management tools. How do you manage your time effectively when you have been leader of the businesses? So a lot of tools are available on the platform. So whosoever joins the community surely is a part of a lot of initiatives what we have been taking.
Fantastic. So it's www.mentormyboard.com. That's where people can log in and reach out to you and be a part of the community. Wonderful. My last but not the least question, that's I always I get inspired by women entrepreneurs such as you. As a woman entrepreneur, what is that one message that you would like to give our fellow women entrepreneurs at Millennium Divas?
Okay, for me, if I give you a small background about myself, I'm from a very small town in Nasik district. My entire education was in Marathi. Up to 10th standard. And today, if people, I speak and they say, we just can't believe it, that you are from Marathi medium. So one thing I, would like to tell everyone is that believe in yourself, because that's the most important asset you can have, and you are the only unique creation of God which has been created. So believe in yourself and the world will believe in you. So I think that's one thing which I have been very, very deeply focusing on. And whenever I get shaken up by some someone I always, tell myself that you have the capability and believe in yourself, and you know anything is possible. So that's one very strong message which I would like to. Other one thing which I would like to say is, when you are empowered, help others to empower. So that's I have seen a lot of people, who have been continuously empowering me. So, as a woman leader, I always take it as my obligation and as my responsibility to empower other women, and motivate and keep inspiring. So, whosoever comes in, in my connection, in my contact, they always tell me that Divya, whenever we talk to you, we get energized and we get empowered. So, I think that's the only thing which. We have come with, and we can give to the world back.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think empowered women empower more women is something that I should take as a leaf from this interaction. Thank you so much, Divya. I think it's been a fabulous interacting with you, learning on the importance of independent directors, the importance of board of directors, the roles, how it is shaping up today's organizations and making them leaders in the world. Once again, thank you so much for spending not only your valuable time, but your experience and bringing in Mentor My Board as a platform to help women entrepreneurs, help independent board directors to steer organizations and become thought leaders. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Yeah, lovely. So with that, this was a fabulous interaction with Ms. Divya Momaya, the founder of Mentor My Board, on a very, very pertinent topic, which is changing the mindsets of corporate board. Would request everyone to log in, be a part of the Millennium Divas show, join us as members. We have recently opened our memberships also. So reach out to us, and we wish you all the very best. Thank you once again for keeping with us and tuning in. Wonderful.
Thank you, Bhavesh Bhai and Millennium Devas, for this opportunity, and look forward to stay connected and help wherever best I can be of any help to your community. Thank you.
Absolutely. Let's grow together.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Let's grow together.